Okay, we are recording. I am doing a little bit something different. I took some audio notes and I'll take a listen to my audio notes and then sort of riff on that. I got so much information in my head talking about the alien race known as the bull, cow words, glow bull. They're predicted to step up and shine. A baby cow is a Catholic. We have the buy what the bull has to offer. Our Lady of Guadalupe is standing on the bull horns. Mother Mary, the image. Our arm is an extension of us. It's our limb, the moo's limb. I got so much stuff in my head. I was gifted with the understandings to end war, poverty, and starvation, to transition the human out of the econ on me, pulling world governments and world religions together with information many levels above the little ones running our planet and our lives. But part of the first step towards transitioning this planet out of the econ on me is talking about the truth. You have a voice in your head. Life is a school learning to love, learning to make loving decisions in adverse situations, like a bully in your head, pushing you around, telling you, keep our secret. That's old school. It's divide and conquer and selling the children into the enslavement. This planet is, as you know, oh my God, we're overpopulated, people stacked on top of each other. I don't envy the aliens holding all of this together, the econ on me. And I wanted to touch on this word. Some might know it, some might not. It touches on the bull, alien race. It is my theory the aliens want us to talk about it, but we have to push through. We have to do that loving thing in an adverse situation. If you understand the phrase, Ali Ali ox from within is freed up. Ali Ali oxen freed, if you remember that phrase. When we grow up or leave anyway, the ox from within, they're also known as the ox. With that said, we have to move forward holding on to love, and part of that is making that loving decision in an adverse situation and talking about it. I sort of want to pull some things together, and I'm going to listen to my notes, and I know the first one is about technology. You got to remember, for true protection in the physical, professional tech shun. It's right there in the word. They teach us the words. The aliens have to tell you keep it simple. Tech is not keeping it simple. We can I'm not against AI. I'm against AI taking over and ruling, making systems so advanced that they alone can run it only, and we can't even govern the AI on the systems that they've developed to run the planet. We have to keep it simple. What we have that we can never give up to the AI, the technology, is the soul, the focus, that northern star compass of love. We can't give that up. We cannot give it into a cold thinking, logical Vulcan, for lack of a better word. Logic is good, but it has to be tempered with love. Everything does. Love first, and then we move forward from there. And that's pretty much what the first one was.
All right, it's about the cow and the bull. It's about not allowing technology to take over.
Not allowing technology to take over. AI. Technic-ill. Let's look at that. The Nick list. Nick is our awa, water. We're a young planet. Nick means a younger way of doing something. Now, just because there's a country called Nick is our awa, Nicaragua, that doesn't mean, only them. It's just like there are names of color raw, a dough, okay? Indonesia, the alien race known as, I call them Bambi. The alien race known as Bambi, the deer. Whenever you have an emotion with an animal name, that's a huge clue that they are an alien race that can puppet your emotions. How endearing. We also call our money bucks and dough. Huge red flag towards probably an alien race. Koi in, also the fish. Coin. Carp in tour. Carp. The Indonesia. We have brigadier, right? Generals, brigadier. What's the brig in military? Now, what do we call? There's a difference between elder. As we grow old, we get wise. Elder raw doe, right? And they're golden as compared to young bucks. So you put the young buck in the brig and you stand strong and you're trying to do the right thing. That's brigadier. Difference between young bucks and elder raw doe. So there you go. There are multiple different alien races involved. Pandemonium, the panda. Panda. If you know. They can do some stuff to your head and put you in a panic at times. But so can all the alien races that can puppet your thoughts, desires, impulses, cravings, reactions, emotions, sensations, all of it. We're being puppeted by the level above us. That's what's going on. So we can't let technology get out of control. It's one thing we have to do is start talking the truth that the voice in our head is real. These aliens are here running the show. You do for them, they'll do for you. If you want for your planet to have technology moving forward, right? They're going to allow it. They themselves are really wrapped up into tech too. But for true protection in the physical professional tech, Sean, it's the reason they have to tell you keep it simple. I can show you how to transition out of the econ on me. It's hundreds of years, billionaires, corporations, your money does not go away overnight. Landlords, you get a quality of life. It's no longer a good thing to get over on people making your living and becoming Lord of the land, tribute is due, getting rich and fat off of people having a place to live on the planet that God gave us to share. That's old school. You get a quality of life. We got to make sure that they can take care of repairs and such, but we have a system where that is monitored. Is their brother-in-law charging them 13 grand to fix a sink? We have to have tenants be watchdogs of where this money is going, but tenants of other buildings too. So we have to put systems in place to take care of each other. We are in such an amazing day and age. We want to keep tech, the amazing AI that we have of search engines and how it can write code and do things. We have to be very, very, very cautious on how we allow it to rule us and take over systems. You have to have a loving heart in charge. Let's go over let me look at my next notes. There's so much I can go over in just this spot. I don't even know that I touched on all of it. But that's why we start this channel. I'm doing these videos every day. I want to get to a point where there's followers and we can have question and answer. It's not monetized. I'm just going to move forward. If it gets monetized, great, but it's not about the money. It's about getting the information out to the planet about how to transition out of the econ on me, the flaming dumpster that we got going on right now.
It's about understanding that they're not going to free up the technology that we have.
Okay. They're not freeing up the technology. Now, we're like, okay, disclosure. Well, we know the aliens are here. Who do you think the voice in your head is? Disclosure, we require disclosure. They've dropped some files, right, recently. Nothing big, nothing we haven't already seen. It's not the corporations, right? That's us, but it's us protecting us until we pull this planet together, and that's key. Corporations can't free it up. What are you going to free up? We don't even get along together as a planet. Until we do, corporations they're not allowed to free it up. It's not that they're keeping it. Governments aren't allowed to talk about it. They're Department of Energy, some of the highest security clearances there is. Department of Energy? Yeah, Department of Energy. But it's because they know things. They know about the things. Let's just go there. That you can't disclose just as a planet that can't even get along. Okay, so the main focus of my existence, my life, I was gifted with amazing understandings to end war, poverty, starvation, transition the humans out of the econ on me, pulling world governments and world religions together. That's what I was gifted with. My life is about helping people understand the truth that God is real. I can show you this, not the video today. Reproducible results through the scientific method. Once you grasp this, you know God is real. We live forever. If you had a child and they were terminally ill, would you save that child if you had godlike abilities? Of course you would. Guess who does have godlike abilities? We're going through your father, your mother, mother of the universe, father of us all. We're going through multiple lifetimes picking up lessons of love. Okay, off to the side. My existence is to get the information that I was gifted with out to the planet. And the information is we're overpopulated. That's, if you can't see that, you're going to hear, oh, there's a population collapse. That's towards the system, the econ on me that exists, the quid ditch, right? Dumb bull door. Remember, the bull. Not the character in the movie, but if we don't teach our children about the voice in our head, what we're teaching them to be is a dumb bull door, to walk through that door. 5-second version I just gave you, put it off to the side. It's about getting the information out that the planet, we're overpopulated, and we have to, the aliens have to tell you, keep it simple. Technology is not the way. When you're ready to make the tremendous change to keeping it simple, the trees will help mend us. We have to be growing our food. Oh, I love meat. I love the taste of the blood and the rare and this and that. If you continue to do harm to the level beneath you, guess what? The level above you, you're giving them the free rein to do whatever they want to you. As a species, we do medical research. We'll do whatever the hell we want to these animals to live another 5 minutes, 5 weeks, 5 years. As a species, we feel we're above them and we'll do whatever the hell we want. Guess how the alien sees you? And until we choose to do it lovingly to the level beneath us, the level above us has free rein to do what they want to us. Don't ever, ever forget that. I'm a vegetarian purely because I don't want to harm the animals. The cruelty we put animals through. It doesn't mean I don't like the meat flavor or taste, but we can simulate all that. And when you do get your meat, what do? You put onion, you put ketchup, barbecue sauce, jalapenos, all the grown food, right? You grow, and then we make spices, sauciers, right? They make amazing flavors. Out of vegetables. We gotta do it better. And it's a change, it's a transition. Part of the transition is we grow our food. We don't require grow sure Ray, Egyptian sun god. They make sure that the food grow sure Ray. We can do that too. You can thank them for the systems that exist. See, the econ on me was a baby bottle system motivator to teach us how to survive. Baby hungry. We were core poor 8. We were a caveman baby. Right, this planet, very poor. We didn't know anything. Poor in knowledge. We didn't know anything. We were amazed at fire, thunder and lightning, and then it made fire. Ooh, right? We knew nothing. We were a poor in knowledge planet now. So the word core, poor 8, start in the middle. The poor 8, the core of us, the loving nurturingness of us. But to teach us how to survive. The econ on me, a baby bottle system motivator to teach us how to survive. We now know how to survive so well that we cannot afford it. Okay? Core poor 8, we now know so much that we keep it secret. We're not going to free up the technologies until we can pull this planet together. We're not pulling the planet together until we learn how to talk about the truth that there's a voice in our head. Ali ox from within is freed up a little bit when we start taking responsibilities. If you're willing to loot your soul and soul loot the voice in your head when they ask you to break the golden rule and they're going to try to cover your actions, right? Just do it. We're the ones who have to step up and say, no, that's not right to do. But we've been trained as a planet. I never submitted. They had the hook in my mouth. It was through the grace of God, a gift that I identified some things. So, I'm just going to take the pain for doing the loving thing. You can touch your toe in the water. Hey, look, some people say they love their children so much that they would die for them. How about living for them is the quick, simple. We do it for the kids. It's for the kids, Vince. Matt Damon. Loved that moment in that show. Yeah, Vince, that was pretty light. They love to do that at times. Yeah, Vince, that was pretty light. Right, Turtle? Hang on. So, We do it for the kids. We take the pain. I don't know how long this video went. I'm sure if I put my glasses on or my squinting eye is pretty good. It's at 15:09 roughly right now. I'm going to call this one. I'm like, love is the answer. Right? I want to end it on love all, not all they do. Once we identify a threat to the herd, we separate them. But always remember, criminal, crime in all. There before the grace of God go I. You know, even if you bootstrapped yourself, you're like, I bootstrapped myself through this world. Probably had some help from the aliens. I would almost 95, 98, 99% sure think you had the help from the aliens. Even if you're like, I had to bootstrap. I'm not going to argue the point, but you were probably helped. But outside of bootstrapped, you know that your parents were involved in your life, the aliens were involved in your life, how we were helped through life. Crime and all, there before the grace of God go I. Now, not soft. We can't just let it happen. We got to properly discipline. But the system isn't to put people in jails that are good for them. They want jails to be upsetting so people don't just rob banks and drop out of the system. You're going to feed and house me? Great. Where can I sign up for that? So they want them to be a little upsetting. We have to start talking about this and change. Love all, not all they do. I'm going to leave it there. Peace.